Hello out there. This is a video I'm doing as a part of the sports talk series that I'm gonna do. It's my first webcam sports talk video ever. I've been an avid fan of sports for years. Ever since I was a child, I love sports. Always enjoyed the games of football and basketball, baseball to a lesser extent. I enjoy soccer as well from time to time. Tennis is a great sport. Don't care much for golf. Don't even consider it a sport, so that's something we won't really discuss. But just about everything will be in the air, from like sports related issues on the court or field and off the court and field type stuff. And we're gonna discuss things open-mindedly, and I'm gonna have guests come in. This is like my own little talk show, so to speak, with various topics and various guests. In the future, this is my first attempt at it. Just something fun to do, something interesting. This one is all about an introduction for me. First and foremost, I am a Florida sports fan. I root for all Florida sports teams, with the exception of the Florida State Seminoles. They are the enemy. However, in certain situations, I will root for them against other teams. But it's not as if I am a fan of the Seminoles. Which leads me to my next point. This will make no sense to several people out there. It's something that could create arguments, but it's how I feel. And those who don't like it, that's just their problem. I am a Florida Gator and Miami Hurricane fan. How is that possible? How is a black man president? How did the Saints win a Super Bowl? It just happened. So you will see me throwing up the U, and you will see me chomping whenever either one of those teams is playing. Now, what do you think will happen when they play each other? That's something we'll discuss in a later video, which is quite interesting. However, as far as my affiliations with professional sports, obviously, as far as the NFL, all three of the teams, the Jacksonville Jaguars, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Miami Dolphins. Baseball, Tampa Bay Rays, of course, Florida Marlins, soon to be Miami Marlins in 2012, and the new stadium should be up in 2012 as well. I love our young baseball teams. You know, they're the most impressive teams we have in terms of how young they are. Only created in the 90s and already competing for world championships. And in the Marlins case, winning them. Which leads me to my next point, the NBA. The Orlando Magic and the Miami Heat. I have been a fan of all of these teams for years now. So there is no, I just jumped on the bandwagon in any case. I was with the Gators before we had any national championships in basketball, and when we only had one in football. I was with the Miami Heat when we had no NBA titles, you know. So I don't play the bandwagon game, and I despise people who do. This is about being a true fan. The word fan comes from fanatic. If you're not a fanatic, then don't even talk to me about your team. Your team doesn't exist. You're a person who likes a team. There's a difference. Excuse me. If you like a player, if you like the jersey or something, that's fine. But don't act like one of us, because you're not that person. As far as the NBA playoffs go, what we see is something that I basically predicted. Excuse me again. The Miami Heat dominating their opening round series against a far inferior opponent. I'm not really that shocked or impressed, because that's what we're supposed to do. We won't be measured by what we do against Philadelphia. We'll be measured by what we do against Boston. A lot of people are riding high on our last victory against Boston. I'm not, because I realized that 3 games before that game were played and we did not come out on the winning end. So the only things I have listed as positives that are something that we could look for as a bright spot going into the next round would be the fact that we have home court advantage and the fact that we seem to be playing more balanced as a team. With that being said, Boston has always been balanced as a team, and they have the playoff experience together that we don't. So that's going to be a tough series. We'll discuss that in upcoming days. Now, as far as the Orlando Magic, I have a bone to pick. People are surprised that they are down to the Atlanta Hawks 2-1. I'm not. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't have been surprised if we were down 3-0, because we aren't on that level of eliteness. Like, we are not a Boston, a Miami, or a Chicago. The Orlando Magic may be the 4th seed in number, but they're not in that upper echelon group. There would be no upset if Atlanta wins this series, because Atlanta is equally matched up with Orlando. The only player on Orlando's roster that is elite is Dwight Howard. Without him, I would expect Atlanta to win the series in 5 games or less. So this notion that everybody should be surprised that Orlando is down is dumb. It's stupid. Atlanta's a great basketball team. Give them the respect they deserve, and don't be surprised if they win this in 6 or 7 games. By the way, that's something about me. Regardless of my affiliation with teams, I'm always going to be the open-minded, unbiased guy. I'll say things that'll make you say, oh, you're not really a diehard fan. No, I'm a diehard fan, but I'm a realist. I'm a person who's honest and true to sports, true to the game, true to life. If things are, they are. If they're not, they're not. So, in the future, for more sport talk videos, look forward to more truth, look forward to more controversy, and look forward to more excitement once I'm more prepared. But this was just a quick rundown of who I am and what I enjoy. The next video, excuse me, will be more enjoyable and more in-depth, and I'll have some interviews. Might be in person, might be over the phone, but we'll definitely get a lot deeper, excuse my bad grammar there. I'm actually looking at the Spurs and Grizzlies now. The Grizzlies have the Spurs down, which is not something I predicted, but we'll get more into the playoffs, and we'll also cover topics such as why Americans don't enjoy soccer as much as the rest of the world, why minorities don't enjoy hockey, and we'll discuss what makes fans and what makes people jump on bandwagons. That's something I'm real fond of. I like to study that because I'm surrounded by bandwagon fans. I'm in love with one. My girl's a bandwagon fan of the Celtics, so you know, it's just something that's near and dear to me. But I'm gonna sign off on that note. Pardon me, I'm just getting over a cold, which is why I was hesitant to start this. But in the next up and coming weeks, I'll be over that, and I'll be able to talk more in depth with you about sports. If you have any comments, you can respond, or you can respond in the video. Until then, this is JWD Entertainment, because I forgot to end, Productions with Sports Talk. Next time. Catch you later.